Storm's brewing, worlds are colliding, tempers flare while some despair. This is Atherthon, the House of Power. Edgar is an orphan boy living in Tabletop, working all day, every day, though Edgar has a secret. Every night, when all's asleep, he climbs up the wall ascending to the highlands. Edgar is trying to find something his dad said was Atherthon. Today, he just found it. Edgar was crying. Not that he found it, but he can't read, and the item was a book. Only the Highlands can read, and it is legal to go to the Highlands. Even though he wasn't allowed to go, he was going to, because it's for him, and he wants to know what it says. So he climbs up and meets Samuel. Fortunately, Samuel reads books all day. Since Edgar was in a rush, Samuel reads from the first page of the book before Edgar goes back down with the book. Once he was back, Edgar was greeted with an old friend, Isabel. Edgar asks Isabel to smuggle some food for him before he goes back up. Isabel does what he says, and she brings more food than Edgar expected. Today, he climbed up to the Highlands and surprised Samuel, thinking that he would come later. Edgar and Samuel both go to Samuel's dorm and read most of the book before Edgar falls asleep. Then, Samuel reads the rest of the book by himself before being kidnapped. When Edgar wakes up, he realizes he's all alone and flees back down to Tabletop. While coming down, he notices there's something in his pocket. It was the last page of the book. Once back, Edgar talks to Isabel. Edgar was saying that Mr. Radican, the cruel leader of them all, was hiding something dangerous. So they decided to break into his house and steal it. After a swollen shoulder and a shattered window, they got it. It was the poisonous orange dust made by the dead fig trees. Edgar and Isabel decided that she will tell it at the village of the figs, their hometown, while Edgar would tell the people in the village of the rabbits, where when Edgar gets there, he's treated for swelling. Where Edgar is being treated, there was a Highland lord, Sir Emmerich. He could tell what the last page says. It was easy for Edgar to tie Sir Emmerich up since he was sleeping. After burning off Sir Emmerich's hair, he told Edgar what the last page said. That the last page said that there was a second book down in the flatlands. Down on Edgar's descent, he was going at a steady pace. Then suddenly he slips, dislocates his shoulder, loses a pinky, and hits the flatland floor. After waking up from unconsciousness, he's in a cave beside a man named Vincent. Edgar had a talk with Vincent before meeting Dr. Luther Kincaid, the creator of the book. Edgar immediately asked him about the second book. Unfortunately, there was no second book. Sir Emmerich lied. The last page of the book said, after the Highland crashes into Tabletop, Tabletop will crash into the flatlands. Over in Tabletop, a war has been fought. Tabletop won. The enemy fled back into once the Highlands. This brings us to the end of Atherthon, this series book 1. To know what happens next, read Atherthon's The Rivers of Fire.